tutorial on the MyFitness app. This is for the iPhone, so I imagine Android will be similar. I'm going to show you some of the information I think most people will be inputting into MyFitnessPal and sort of how we're going to be using it. So this is the home screen. Once you log in and set up your account, you see down here, that's the home button. Then you have the diary, which is pretty much, if you touch that, you select diary, it goes to today's date, and then you can add a food. And if you add a food, for example, if I'm going to eat today, you go up here to search for foods, and I'm going to type in picadillo, which is actually what I'm going to have for lunch. I've already searched it before, so it's in the recent, and I can just select picadillo. Then you can, if you touch picadillo, you can actually put your serving size. And then I typically eat a Caesar salad or spinach or avocado or guacamole with my picadillo, so that's already on there. And let's say I wanted to add some spinach and olive oil that I'm going to eat, and maybe feta cheese. So I'm going to have a spinach, olive oil, feta cheese salad with picadillo. I would select all those, and it's still selecting picadillo as well. So now you see right here that there is 4 items that I have selected, and I just add those to my meal 1. If you see at the top, and we're going to go through these settings in a second, my goal is 1,500 calories. I've already had 636 calories accounted for in meal 1 when I go to eat my meal. So if you're planning for the day, this is great too, because you can see what you're going to actually be doing for the entire day, and you can go ahead and plan out your meals. And then exercise, we're not going to be worried about that too much, and I'll explain why, but that's the remaining calories that I have for the day. If you scroll down, you got meal 2, you just add, and you can do the same thing. You run a search, let's say for, I don't know, a Freddy's burger. Freddy's. And this right here are inputs that people have put for Freddy's. And what you have to learn to do with MyFitnessPal caveat is sometimes people will put in some information that seems a little off. For example, if here's a Freddy's regular fries, $4.89. This is another entry for $4.89. If I see multiple entries at $4.89, then the chances are $4.89 is correct. But let's say that you see a fry input that's at 100 calories, and then you see 4 or 5 that are at 350. You're going to want to go with the 350 because the 100 calories is off. And if you don't really know more or less how many calories are included in certain foods, or certain foods have, then you're going to want to do a quick web search just to learn, and then you pick the item that has the correct calorie count associated with it. FYI, this is actually something new that MyFitnessPal has been doing since a couple of versions ago that they included. This green badge with a check right here, which you actually see here as well, means that it has been verified. So these down here that have not been verified are items that people input. For example, French fries regular, 2 cups, $4.89. Somebody just input that themselves into MyFitnessPal. Now, look up here. Fries, 1 cup. Freddy says it's $4.89. So that right there is showing the discrepancy I'm talking about. If you see so you have to be aware of the serving amount that they're writing, or they're inputting, plus the calorie count. So this person inputs 2 cups and $4.89, but it has been verified that it's 1 cup, $4.89. So those are the things you need to look out for. Now, once you select Freddy's fries once and you add it to your food, the next time you search for Freddy fries, let's say I'm going to add another food and I'm at recent. Up here, I'm at recent instead of frequent My Foods meal recipes. I'm actually at recent. It's going to search my most recent input. So I'm going to put fries. And there it is. It comes to the top. So I don't have to look for that again. With MyFitnessPal, you can create My Foods, foods that you're going to, eat frequently are the foods that you want to have there. But also, if you have My Entire Meals, I cleared out up top of the fries, which was what I was searching for. But here are my meals that I have input into MyFitnessPal. So Jim and Nick's Burger, I used to eat that all the time. I already know that my meals at Jim and Nick's are 2,984 calories, and that includes 8 cheese biscuits, a Southern burger, onion rings, French fries, and a Coke. So I've already input that. So if you're going to have meals that repeat a lot, it's great to go ahead, and I think you might have to do that through myfitnesspal.com, but you set up your meals, and then it's just a one button click to add. So that's like the Shakeology. That Shakeology meal includes plain yogurt, a banana, and ground cinnamon. So once I hit add, it adds it to meal 2. The reason why I really, really suggest people looking into MyFitnessPal or using MyFitnessPal here is for the nutrition at the bottom. So if you log in, you're at home, you go to My Diary, you scroll all the way to the bottom, and now the nutrition brings up this menu. Now you can see your nutrition up here for the last 7 days, and what I love about this is because we're going to utilize a weekly average. As you're inputting your information, it also gives you your average for the week. Okay? Because as you see, sometimes we're going to go over, sometimes we're going to go under, and another time we're going to go like way, way under or right at the number. But I'm looking for this weekly average. That's what we are interested in when we're trying to hit our caloric intake. Not a daily average, but a weekly average, because daily, we'll talk about this more later, we're going to be calorie cycling. So one day we eat a lot, the next day we eat the actual number that we're trying to hit that week, and another day we might eat less. This actually allows you to, quote unquote, cheat sometimes or eat a little bit more when you're hungry one day. It helps, make the dieting process a little bit easier. And it also tricks your body into not really thinking that you're, entering a calorie deficiency. So you're going to be burning the food that you're intaking as fuel instead of storing it as fat. What's great here, though, is that you can also do your macros. There's my macros for the week, and this is something that we're going to also be paying attention to. There's my fats at 60%, and that's exactly what I want to try to hit. My carbohydrates are at 17%, and my protein intake's at 23% for the week. So that's pretty good. Now let's say, well, what does that mean for the day? You just drop the menu down up here, you hit the day values, and that's today. Those are the fake numbers that I input for today that I was showing you as an example. But if I go back up to the top here, I see that yesterday I had 60% of my calories from fat. I had 74 grams of carbohydrates. A caveat, guys, MyFitnessPal, some entries have the carbohydrates correct, others don't. So you're going to want to do some research at the beginning just to make sure that you're hitting your numbers. And that goes for everything input into MyFitnessPal. But for the most part, if you get similar numbers, with 4 or 5 entries, that's a pretty safe bet. Another thing that I want to show you guys real quick in terms of entry, the button in the middle, the plus button, instead of going to the diary, allows you to put water, food, exercise, and your weight in. So let's go to food. It's going to say, then you select which meal. I'm going to say meal 2. If I'm going to enter something, if you see up here, if you touch the barcode button, it brings up a barcode scanner, and it allows you to scan the product that you're eating, and all of the nutritional information will be pulled up, and you can just add it. And really, using the barcode is going to be phenomenal if you have it available. That's going to be the most accurate by far. We talked about how to input information. We showed you the meals, which is a quick way to input an entire meal if you're going to be repeating meals, which I do on lots of occasions. The My Foods is another input. You can add your exercise. If we were to add our exercise, I'm going to say I did cardio today. I did 22-minute hardcore. The plus button allows you to go to water real quick, enter it, and you select it. So you add another glass of water. Final quick thing I want to share with everybody is the notes. So if we go to diary for today, and you scroll all the way down, and you go to notes, I'm just going to do a food note right here. And I want y'all to put morning, woke up feeling sore and tired, for example, and then hit check. That saves. In the afternoon, I want you to write another food note and say, we'll call it food note, but really it's just a note of how you feel. Afternoon, felt sleepy at 2 p.m. And then, you can say workout, felt amazing, check. And then at night before you go to bed, I want you to write down again notes. You can just put in your food or your exercise, say felt great after dinner. If you're feeling particularly bad or particularly great, that's where I want you to focus your attention, and that's why I want to have these notes down here, because then you can say, okay, I woke up and feeling sore and tired. Well, what did I do yesterday? What did I eat? How much exercise did I do? And these are things that you just need to know and are going to become intrinsic to your second nature, and you're going to start to realize them on your own without having to actively write it down. But if you've never done this exercise in actually writing down what you eat and writing down how you feel and how you're feeling throughout the day, then it's something you really need to do, because it's going to make a world of difference on the choices that you start to make in the near future, and definitely how you start to intrinsically decide what you're going to eat and what you're going to do. It really truly does become second nature. MyFitnessPal is a great tool. I only though use it when I have to cut weight and I want to get serious about either cutting weight or gaining lean muscle. So it's not something you're going to have to live with for the rest of your life. It's something that you're going to have to live with, for a month or two, until you get a good understanding of what macronutrients and calories are in the certain foods that you eat and how those foods make you feel.